Hi, this is Scott with Learn to Stop Hunger, and today we're going to take a look at how to create a progress bar with HTML5. I've already got Visual Studio 2012 Express for Web open, and we're going to start out by doing a new project. We'll do an ASP.NET empty web application, and we will call it Progress. Go ahead and click OK. And I'm going to start out by adding my web page. I'm going to do a new HTML page. We'll call that index.html and click OK. I'm going to go ahead and set this as the startup page. And then the next thing that I want to do is to add a title to my page. I'll just say, if I can do this right here, Progress Test. Then, after I do that, I am going to add a paragraph to indicate where my progress is. Here is a progress bar. Following that, I'm going to go ahead and add my progress bar. I'm going to put an ID on this so I can manipulate it with JavaScript. We'll call it my progress. And we'll start out with a value of 0, and then the maximum value is going to be 100. So we'll show progress for values from 0 to 100. As a fallback, I'm going to add some text in here in case the browser doesn't support the progress bar. I'll just say, your browser doesn't support progress. Go ahead and save. And the next thing that we're going to do is to add our custom script here. We're going to add a scripts folder. We will call it scripts. And we're going to add a JavaScript file. We go to the add submenu, and you may not be able to see that on the video there, but I click JavaScript file, and we're going to call it index.js. Click OK. And once we've done that, we want to go ahead and add jQuery to this project. Right click on the project and go to Manage NuGet Packages. Make sure under Online you've clicked All, and by default you should see it here. Although if you don't, you can always do Search Online for jQuery. I'm going to click on jQuery and then click on Install. You can see the progress here as it installs and the check mark once it's done. So now jQuery is added to my project, and on my index.html I'm going to go ahead and add references to both jQuery. The jQuery reference needs to go first, and then I'm going to add a reference to my own custom script file, which is index.js. Alright, and I'm going to save. And then within index.js, I'm also going to add a reference to jQuery. Notice I'm doing these by dragging. And that reference is used for auto-completion within Visual Studio. So the next thing that I need to do is to go ahead and add a document ready function here that will be executed when my document loads up. And I'm just going to include an anonymous function here. What I'm going to do is call another function after 1 second. And my own function that I'm going to define is going to be called report progress. 1000 is a value in milliseconds, so that's going to come out to 1 second. And now I'm going to save, and then I'm going to add my own custom report progress function. Alright, what we're going to do first is to go ahead and add 10 to the value of our progress bar. So I'm using a jQuery selector looking for the My Progress ID. I'm going to set the value on that to the current value of the My Progress ID plus 10. Next, I'm going to check to see if my value is less than 100, because if it's less than 100, I will want to trigger this function a subsequent time until I reach the value of 100 and have filled up my progress bar. So there I check to see if the value is less than 100. If it is less than 100, after another second, I am going to once again call my report progress function. And then if we've reached 100 or greater, then we're all finished. I'm going to show an alert and say all done. And that should pretty much be all there is to it. I am going to go ahead and launch this in Chrome. There you can see my progress bar, and you can see that the JavaScript is working. It's being able to increase in value, and once it's done, the message box appears with all done. Alright, another thing I wanted to mention is the appearance of that progress bar is going to be different depending on the different web browser. So I'm going to do Internet Explorer here and click to launch that. Try to bring this into my video screen here. You can see that its display of the progress bar is a little bit different from Google Chrome. And there's our message box, so we're all done. Well, that's all there is to adding a progress bar with HTML5. I hope that you have gotten some value out of this video and can now add a progress bar to your own website.